Overpowered main character is indeed one of our favorite when it comes to manhwa. Epic fight scene, amazing plot, and badass character will surely hook us from the start. So we gathered best manhwa where the main character is overpowered not just in the beginning but until the end. There's so many of them, so decide to cut it into parts. So here is our part 1 recommendation of best manhwa where the main character is overpowered. Alright, let's go! Number 10. The Blade of Evolution, walking alone in the dungeon. A man awakened his healing ability, but this ability is a trash. During a mission in an underground dungeon with his team, all the members of this team except him were killed. This was due to the angry last priest, who was released because of them. In this dungeon, he got a sword and upgraded his power with that sword. What would that man do alone against all that? I first noticed the art in this manhwa. The story feels like solo leveling but still different from it. It's not the best, but still worth the read. Not everyone might like this one, but still, after considering the quality and uniqueness of the art, I could say give it a try. Number 9. The first sequence. Due to the nuclear winter, the world was destroyed and a new era opened. Human beings are no longer the masters of the world, and the crises have emerged one after another. Mankind revealed the order of the new world. At this time, the protagonist Ren Xiaosu rose up step by absorbing positive energy while changing the world. Looking for an apocalyptic system like manhwa with overpowered main character? Then this is for you. The plot is unique and the art is good. Overall, this is interesting. You better check this out. Number 8. Return of the Mad Demon. A man who's crazy about martial arts. After stealing the demonic cult leader's heavenly jade, he fell down a cliff while being pursued. After thinking everything was over, he opened his eyes. Having returned back to a time he was an inn helper who was looked down on by everyone. He had been falsely accused and the inn was in ruins. Mad Demon, who returned to being an inn helper, will he go mad once again or will his enemies go mad instead? This is a typical time travel manhwa, but the way the story progresses is something irresistible. This is promising and it has an amazing plot. The art is also good. Aside from that, the light humor makes the story interesting. If you're looking for an overpowered main character with a good plot, you should check this one out. I highly recommend it. Number 7. All-Rounder. What if your nightmare who almost make you crazy come true? A world full of zombies, but this apocalypse, is it worth trying? With 7 chapters available, I found myself hooked in this manhwa. This new manhwa got potential. This is a good manhwa with apocalyptic scenario combined with a game-like system. You should definitely give it a try. Number 6. The Lone Necromancer. The world is ending. Monsters from legends appear everywhere. They eat people, conquer the streets, and begin to make dungeons in the buildings and subways. If you could choose one job in this world, what would you choose? For a necromancer, extinction is my playground and death is my will. This one is a good example of fast-paced manhwa. The details is well done and something that won't overwhelm the readers. The art is excellent, expression of the character is well delivered. Check this one out, you might really enjoy it. Number 5. Worn and Torn Newbie. This looks like your typical isekai manhwa, where the main character plays a ruined MMORPG game and after losing his sword, he returns to 15 years to the past, where he uses his knowledge from the past life and become one of the strongest players to ever play the game. Storyline is pretty good. It could be better if some part is fixed. Character and art are quite likable. It's great. I'm laughing so hard, I'm scared. Number 4. Hero Killer. Oh, this one is unique and will give you new twist or flavor for hero comics. The world is in constant turmoil with constant wars breaking out between heroes and villains. One lone girl set out on a bloody path for revenge against the injustice of the world she lives in. With the constant clashes between tyrants, no one is safe. If no one is willing to protect the innocent, who are the real heroes? And who are the real villains? What truly separates one from the other? The main focus of this manhwa is action. Give this one some time to warm up. Eventually, the story became better and better. The female lead is really cool and someone who you can really call a badass. The art is decent and just perfect to plots like this. Overall, it's a good manhwa to read. Number 3. World's Apocalypse Online. World Apocalypse arrived. The game which humans been playing suddenly emerged on Earth. In the despair, King Chang succeed in time traveling back in hope to change this destiny. Time flows. We found out the apocalypse is not what it seems to be. The novel where this came from is one of the best. I think this is one of the longest novel I've ever read and it's worth it. I'm glad that it started to adapt in manhwa. Believe me guys, this one is a gem. The art didn't disappoint me a bit. So if you can't wait for the manhwa, you can also check the novel. Number 2. Player who can't level up. Kim Gig-yu awakened as a player at the age of 18. He thought his life was on the track to success, climbing the tower and closing the gate. But after clearing the tutorial, he was level 1. He killed the goblin a day, and he was still level 1. Even after 5 years, he was still level 1. Who would have thought that this kind of player would exist? No one knew. Clearly, this is a good beginning. I hope it keeps up with the pace. Moreover, I really appreciate the arts which perfectly fit with the plot. Although the plot is quite classic, just like solo leveling, the way the story progresses is original. It is like the story of the weakest character turning up to be the strongest. The story seems really interesting. The art and the characters are really well made, so I really recommend it. Number 1. Return of the Frozen Player. 5 years after the world changed, the final boss appeared. If we can just defeat her, our lives will go back to normal. The top 5 players in the world, including Spectre Seo-Jun-ho, finally defeated the Frost Queen, but they fell into a deep slumber. 25 years later, Spectre awakes from his slumber. If you are also a fan of solo leveling, you might like this one. The story is a little bit cliché, but still, it will hook you from the start. The art is excellent and the way the story progresses is interesting. The fight scene is not inferior to other manhwas, and the overpowered main character here is something you might really like. If you haven't checked it, here is a good manhwa for you. And that's the end of the list. Did you find a good manhwa to read? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more manhwa recommendations. Don't forget to turn on that bell icon so you will be updated if I release the part 2 or even part 3 video of this recommendation. Please help this humble channel by sharing this video to your friends. Stay safe and see you on my next video.